Hi everybody, welcome to AZCast episode 6. Good boy.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm your host, Az, and my co-host here, Zerg. How you doing, Zerg?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Good. Have you shaved your beard?
I have. You noticed?
Oh. I can't remember names for shit. But I can, recognize haircuts and beard trims and all this kind of stuff. Work that one out. So today's Star Wars show. We've got a couple of big Star Wars topics to discuss. We're going to leave them towards the end. They're going to be our final things because we've got some other things to get through. First things first, we're going to get into some news. Then we're going to get into some chit-chat. Well, the news is chit-chat.
That's all we talk about, really, isn't it?
That's all we're talking about. So, Detroit become human. Okay, no, I'm joking.
Shit, I thought you were going to say Fortnite there for a moment.
Fortnite become human. Right, no, there's no Fortnite discussion today. There's no PUBG discussion today. And there's no Detroit become human discussion today. But still, by Detroit become human. Let's just get into a breaking news because, it is Friday the 8th of June. But actually, it's Thursday the 7th of June, about 5:34 p.m. In the afternoon. And we just had a little bit of breaking news. Days Gone has got a release date.
Oh?
February 2019. So, ain't coming out this year. Coming out next year. Days Gone. Biker zombie game. Have you seen any footage of Days Gone?
Only on past E3 conferences. I've not really paid much attention to it. I like the look of it, but
I thought when they announced Days Gone at E3, not last year, I think it was the year before.
Yeah.
2016, I think it was first announced. When they showed off the footage and went, "This is Days Gone," and they had a fight between the hero and this other guy in some sort of, I think it was a mill, a wooden mill or something like that. And it ended up being, at the end, so many zombies running on. And you were just like, oh my God. And it looked like what appeared to be some sort of QTE event. And then it sort of ended and you were like, Days Gone. It was just like, oh, okay. Okay. It looked all right. Need more info, but looked all right. When the rest of because I think that was right at the beginning of the Sony conference.
Yeah.
When it got to the end and they said, we got one more thing left. And I was just like, or was it right at the end? I think they showed it at the beginning and I think they re-showed it again at the end. It was something like that. And when they put it back up again, I was just like, oh, they've faked us out. This isn't Days Gone. This is The Last of Us Part 2. Because I thought it looked very similar to Last of Us Part 2.
It did have the same very gritty art style to it, didn't it?
Yeah, and I thought they were going to do a bait and switch on us, but no, it's just no, it's just Days Gone again. Have a bit more Days Gone. I was like, oh, alright. And then I remember is feeling really upset there was no Last of Us 2 announcement.
I remember that. There was nothing.
No, nothing. And I think actually when that PlayStation conference ended, that Sony conference ended, I was kind of like, a little bit disappointed.
Yes.
A little bit disappointed. But Days Gone, I think it's February 22nd. I do have a button to click here on my TwitTwat. Let me just have a look. February 22nd, my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, sis. No present this year, buying Days Gone.
You're buying her a present, but you're keeping it for yourself to play it.
Well, in all fairness, my sister won't mind me saying this. For the last 2 years, not this year, but last year, 2017 and 2016, she bought me the same birthday present 2 years in a row. Why?
Does she know she did it?
No, not until I said, oh, you bought me this last year as well. She's like, did I? I thought you got something else. No, you got me this. Oh, sorry. I thought it was quite funny. So yeah, February 22nd, 2019. I can wait.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we've had so many zombie games over the how many years, whether they're in COD, whether they're Resident Evil. they're everywhere. So unless they're going to show something at E3 to like separate it from the rest of the zombie games we've had, I'm quite happy to wait.
There's nothing as gamers love than an oversaturation of a genre.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Yeah, you've seen the tweet.
I saw the tweet.
You saw the tweet. But, okay, like, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Next year's looking pretty good. It's a PlayStation exclusive. PlayStation have been knocking the exclusives out of the park this year. Microsoft are in terrible... They have got to have a strong E3.
They need to.
We're kind of combining two conversations now, the E3 conversation and the Days Gone.
Well, why not?
But why not?
Nice
why not? Why not? Two birds, one stone. Two podcast hosts, one show. Two girls, one cup. But it was actually chocolate mousse. Yeah, Microsoft have got to have a strong E3 because their exclusives with Sea of Thieves and State of Decay 2, both of them not doing that well at all. No.
Well, we've not heard anything from Microsoft at the moment. I think it was a few days ago, Sony did come out and say expect some news before E3.
Well, Sony are dropping a piece of news every day.
Yeah.
They're dropping a new piece of news every day leading up into E3. Today's news is the release date of Days Gone. So Sony are dropping us little tidbits here and there as to what to expect. I think the big news, because fuck it, we have... Oh, I swore. I didn't even need to swear there. I just... potty mouth! I think the big news that's going to come from Sony is backward compatibility on the PlayStation 4.
Ooh, those old discs. All those PS1 discs. Do you reckon it'll go back towards PS1 as far as that?
At the very least, PlayStation 2, obvs.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do backwards compatibility without having PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think PS1.
I think that if they do that, they're just going to like shoot ahead because I love my PS4. I love my Xbox One. But if they go backwards compatible with all the systems, like the first gen PS4s, if I'm able to play the original God of War on my PS4, I'm going to go pick it up because I don't have it anymore.
I've got a cat stuck outside my door crying at me.
Oh,
you carry on talking for a sec.
God, I wouldn't even know what to say. But he's left me all by my lonesome. But if you've got like the old consoles games running around, I've got the old PS2 games running around. If I can play those on my PS4, I would be quite happy to go out and either replace the discs that are broken, because some are a little bit scratched when they're old. But I can see that sort of generate. He's off. He's gone. That's it. It's gone. It's mine now. It's my show. What are you gonna do about it? You that cat. I'm like a lost puppy. Don't know what to do with myself. For those of you that can't actually see, if you're listening to the audio version of this, Az has left me by himself and is now crawling on the floor, trying to get back into. He's doing what I did last week when I tried to put the food in the cat bin.
What are you talking about?
Right. I saw you sneaking there.
What are you talking about? I'm on my seat. Look.
I'm trying to have a serious conversation about backwards compatibility games. And all I can see.
I don't know what on earth you, sir, are lying. You are talking out your behind.
Yeah, apparently, of course.
Sorry, what are you saying?
You just derailed me completely. I was like, what the fuck?
I had a cat stuck outside a door.
I was trying to say that if the backwards compatibility does come in, then there's probably going to generate more sales for them, for people that want to play the old games, like the original God of Wars and Area 51s and things like that I used to play back on the PS2. I don't have a PS2 anymore, but I would be more than happy to play them on the PS4.
I do have PS2, but it's down. It's down at the bottom of my rack. It's doing nothing.
Yeah.
But what I do have is some PS2 games, some PS1 games, which I thought I would never play again, They were just there for show. And if I could get those into my PS4, because apparently, I'm going off a bit of vague news here, so I could be right, I could be wrong. Apparently, it can already do backwards compatibility. It's actually locked off, and it's always had the ability to do backwards compatibility, but it's locked off. And now that people have discovered this, it's like, oh, we better announce it.
Yeah, it was sort of hidden behind the PlayStation Now stuff because that's PS3 stuff. So it does have an emulator built in, and because of the emulators built into there, it should technically be able to.
Everyone's just coming in. My turn to chat. Yeah, if it's got an inbuilt emulator, then everybody should be able to utilize their old games. They should be able to use their own PS games. They should be able to use their own PS1, PS2, PS3 games. So yeah, if it's got an inbuilt emulator. And of course, a lot of people have been stating that they've done this to push PS Now.
Yes.
As opposed to just saying, look, this is... So there seems to be some real shitty work on display here from Sony. I love my PS4. I like Sony. You know, I haven't got any favoritism in the old Microsoft Sony war. I just go with the console I think's the best.
Yeah.
Last generation 360, this generation PS4, no doubt. And so yeah, this is a bit of a shitty move.
Oh yeah. Well, when you look at Microsoft, you put your old discs in, you put your old 360 discs in. If the game itself is being has had the software for it to be backwards compatible, if they've got the rights to do it, you put your disc in, it downloads the data it needs to for it to run on the new hardware, and you play it because you put the disc in. You don't need the disc again. From what I can remember, I just load it in because it copies everything onto the hard drive.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's, you know, I love that. I can put my old discs in, play it. PS4, I can't. I've got to pay a subscription to do that. But don't get me wrong, PS Now does let you play those backwards compatible games or any PS4 games on your PC. You can do that. Is that a selling point?
Well, it looks like they're deliberately blocking a feature to monetize it.
Yeah.
And that to me is a bit shitty. Because you pay enough money for just a PlayStation Plus subscription. You know, that's gone up to £50 a year now.
Yeah.
From 40 quid. That's now £50 a year. And all that is a glorified stipend to allow you to play online with people. You know, that doesn't cost them diddly shit probably in the grand scale of things. So the amount of money that they make from that alone. So yeah, I feel as if they've been ransoming backwards compatibility instead of just offering it as a great feature.
Yeah.
I suppose in their own minds, the PlayStation 4 sold so many units that, you know, we can get away with these shenanigans because is it going to affect sales? Clearly, it's not affecting sales one iota. Whereas Microsoft, with the Xbox Ones, have been desperate for a selling point because they marketed the machine completely wrong.
Yeah.
They targeted an audience that was not there. They kind of dismissed gamers on a games console, and the whole reveal and pitch of the Xbox One was just a complete clusterfuck. That time, I did need to swear. So yeah, that was just such a mess. But the PlayStation just played it straight down the line. But you know, bit shitty. Who knew? Games company being a bit shitty. Exactly. Right, I think that covers our E3 and Days Gone discussion. Oh, actually, before we finish the E3, let's just have a wee bit of fun.
Okay.
I want your most ridiculous E3 prediction.
My most ridiculous.
Yes.
Completely and utterly start raving bonkers.
Well, I just want you... The thing that will probably never happen, but you'd love to see it happen type of prediction. Go! On the spot.
Crackdown 3 released sometime this year.
Oh, that's not ridiculous. Get out of here.
That ain't happening.
Come on.
It ain't happening.
No, not even a Half-Life 3 gag. No, nothing.
Everyone does them.
I'm going to predict that there's going to be the revitalization of a dead franchise at E3. A
For
big... Okay, now then.
Who?
What is the biggest franchise that you can think of that is currently dead that could do with a huge revitalization?
Easy. Halo. Yes, I got him. I got him.
My fingers are burned. My fingers are burnt. I got no love for Halo, you know that.
I love Halo, but it deserves it.
It's definitely dead. I'm going to predict. Got it.
Go on.
Parasite Eve.
Ooh. Actually, I got one. I got one.
Gone.
Time Splitters 4.
Oh, I think you've got more probability of that actually happening. Time Splitters 4, first-person shooter, battle royale mode. Right,
Yeah,
okay, fair enough. I'd love to see Parasite Eve come back. I'd love to see Parasite Eve come back. I loved the Parasite Eve franchise. It was a good franchise. Capcom, come on. Or Dino Crisis. Come on.
Ooh, Dino Crisis.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel now.
Yeah. I love Dino Crisis as well. It was Resident Evil, but with dinos. That was it.
Yeah.
That was the only difference. Right, okay, Days Gone, E3, done and done. Let's just move away from games for a moment. We'll come back to games in a second, because we've got a couple of twats to talk about. Kel Surprise. Bumblebee trailer dropped this week. What did you think?
I thought it was super cute, and I want to go watch it.
That was short and succinct. But do you know what? I absolutely agree with you. Right. The Transformers series, right, I think is utter garbage. I mean, I haven't even watched the last two films because I was just done after the third.
Well, you know what they're all going to be, aren't they? Driving explosions. Explosions.
You don't know who's fighting who. The Transformers look like... Right, okay. This is literally the Transformers series, right? They did the first one. It was alright. It wasn't great. It was alright.
I enjoyed it.
You know, so most people say, yeah, it's alright. You know, it's good. It's okay. It's okay. No, I won't say good. Okay, it's okay. Since then, right, Michael Bay has literally ordered 10 curries, eaten them all at the same time, gone to the film studio, taken some film stock, pulled down his trousers, and had explosive diarrhea all over the film stock, and then handed it in and go, there's my new Transformers film.
He got explosions. That's for sure.
Plenty of explosions. Unfortunately, of a sphinctorial nature. And I've just like been done. Just been done with the series. So when I heard that they were going to do a spin-off, Bumblebee spin-off, especially with John Cena announced for it, I was just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Now, the film might be utter dog shit. It might. But that trailer, when Bumblebee transformed and actually looked like a Transformer, you know, he didn't have all the stupid metal fucking crap. He actually had like the plating on him, and he looked like the Bumblebee from the cartoon series. Apart from the face, which they need to keep for continuity the same. I understand that. But they still had the little horns coming out. And it looked as close, and of course, because it's a prequel, it's the VW, not the Mustang. So
how cute does he look as a
oh great,
VW?
that's Bumblebee. Exactly! That's why!
It was, wasn't it? When he transformed, if you've seen the trailer, she's under the car checking that out because the part drops. She gets underneath the car, as Bumblebee transforms from the VW into himself. He still looked like a bloody VW because he had the
VW bits on the and it looked good. It looked like Bumblebee.
You look so cute.
I was like, oh my god, the first Transformer film where it actually looks like a Transformer.
Yeah.
Who knew people like that? But of course, you know, in this cynical day and age of money, Batman, you know, they make deals with Mustang and Ford and stuff like that. That's why they have the cars the way they are in the films. It's just advertising. It's as simple as that. So to actually have the VW Golf,
good car.
Yeah. The VW Beetle just was perfect, and the seat, it looked a little bit soppy.
Yes,
but I was just like, I will take soppy if it's a good story. I'll take a girl who's struggling to maybe, you know, connect with other people of the same age, and you know, finds a common theme with an outcast transfer. I'll buy that. I'll buy that all day long. Don't care if it's, you know, girl, guy, old granny, old man. Don't care. Just want a good little story told. And if they tell a good little story between the girl and Bumblebee, I'm in for it. But I liked the look of the trailer. I was just like, I actually want to see this film.
Yeah, no, same. I just watched it. It was like, give me more, please, give me more.
Yeah.
That scene where Bumblebee was being chased, and as he's the Beetle, he's going a bit too fast around the corner, so he's going to go off the side. Yeah. His arm comes out of the VW, and grabs hold of the barrier and just goes around it. I'm like,
it's good. Yeah. It's clever.
No explosions. No explosions.
No explosions.
He grabbed the rail and just like he was going down the stairs, he just held it all the way around. It was it was really good.
Just a nice. Now, the second trailer might be, you know, there could be. Because if you've seen the cast, Optimus Prime's in it. Other people are in it. Oh, and also, I'm pretty sure that was Starscream transforming, and that looked like bloody Starscream as well.
It did.
When it was transforming, that actually looked like Starscream, not this. What the? I mean, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go sweary now. Okay, squeeze me.
Things
go sweary.
Yeah. Things in your ears.
If you're precious, stick them in. I mean, what the fuck is Starscream in the Michael Bay movies? What is that?
I don't know.
That ain't Starscream. That looks like a fucking abomination that's come out of the Fly. It's like a die-cast aeroplane has gone into the Fly's machine, and with the Fly in, and Jeff Goldberg's in there as well. Got Jeff Goldblum, sorry, not Goldberg. And it's all come out. It's like, wow, Starscream! Ah! That's what it looks like in the Michael Bay movies. And then suddenly, it's just like, I don't know who's directing this. I should probably look up. I don't know who's directing this. All I know is Michael Bay's got naught to do with this film.
That's a plus.
All that, you know, he maybe gets a producer credit just for shits and giggles, because, well, whatever. I don't give a shit. He's got nothing to do with this film. And when I saw Starscream transforming, I was just like, I mean, you didn't get the full transformation, admittedly, but it started to actually look like Starscream, from what I could see. The plane wise and everything. And I was just like, if this person, whoever, I should really look it up. I'm going to look it up on IMDb as I'm talking. If they actually, you know, give us a little bit of the old 80s cartoon. You know, if they do give us a little bit of this, Travis Knight.
What has he done?
Travis Knight has done nothing that I know about at all. No, seriously, he's done a lot of animation.
Right.
As a director, he's just done Kobo and the Two Strings.
Never heard of it.
As a producer, just a bunch of animation. So maybe, being an animator, maybe he's got a lot of love for the 80s cartoon.
That would make sense. Especially the way that they are modeling Bumblebee, Starscream, and possibly anyone else that's going to be coming into it. They look like you say, like the Transformers that we know of age. They're not these Michael Bane stuff that we know.
Yeah.
You know, when you saw those transform, where you could just from those movies when something transformed, it just like a load of gears and things just molded together. There was no fluidity towards it.
No, I've always hated the look of the Transformers from the Bay movie. They've done nothing to. I think Optimus Prime looks okay. Looks alright. Not the talky face crap. What the fuck is that?
Tentacle teeth.
Yeah. Oh!
You know, every time I see him,
what's wrong with having him with the visor on at all times?
Yeah.
No. But yeah. So this could actually be the first Transformers film since the first one that I've actually gone. I'd like to see that because obviously as a kid,
more of that.
As a Transformer fan, I am a Transformer. Yeah. I bought the Transformer toys and all that kind of stuff. As a Transformer fan, you got to see the first one. You got to see. You got to. Everything's going off today. Everything is going. Cats running in and out. Is that the head master Optimus Prime?
I'm not entirely sure if I'm honest.
It's a dusty Optimus Prime.
It's a dusty Optimus Prime. He just sits on my shelf. He's very dusty.
That looks like the headmaster. Does that head come off?
It does. There's the little head in there.
Oh.
And it's got the little one in the front that comes out. It comes out.
Do you know something? I could go downstairs and I could get a G1 Optimus Prime out of the box. Unfortunately, it's broken to buggery. It's got its legs fallen off. It's smashed to hell because I used to play the crap out of them. But I do have a smashed to pieces G1 Optimus Prime. But I used to love the Transform stuff.
Unfortunately, I broke this as a child. Broke it. I know. I didn't. And when you're a kid, you play with things like that, and they get thrown around. And I realized what he was. I know. When I found out what he actually really was and what he was worth, and like, oh, I'm so sorry,
dude.
I'm so sorry.
I unashamedly played the shit out of my toys as a kid. Yeah, Transformers, Star Wars, Legos, whatever it is, unashamedly. Because that's what they were there for. You know, now that I'm an old, fart.
You're an old git. You wish you had it.
No, I don't. I'm glad that I did because I had so much fun doing it. But now as an old fart, it's all keep it in the boxes, type of business. But that's because we're old and we're farts. They're there to be played with. Like my penis. Right. Bumblebee trailer. Where did that come from?
Can we get through one podcast we don't mention your penis, please?
Probably. Well, not today. Not this one.
No.
Right. Now going from one horrible thing to another. Star Citizen. Is Star Citizen the biggest con job of any game ever created? I don't know.
I didn't believe this until I looked it up, and I was just completely
For anyone who doesn't know that's listening, Star Citizen has been in production now for about 6 years.
About that,
approximately 6 years, and it is a funded project. Lofty ideas, space, travel, combat, worlds, all this kind of stuff. Kind of like No Man's Sky times 1,000 type of business. Lofty ideas about what it should do. It's been completely funded by gamers, by everyone, and it's around about the funding total so far is around about the 200 million mark.
It's an extortionate amount,
which is I mean we're talking that is 5 times the budget of The Witcher 3. And 6 years in development, they have got barely nothing to show for it. I funded it myself. I think I spent £45 to £50 to fund it.
Yeah.
And for about a year and a half, I couldn't even get out my bloody hangar.
Oh dear.
You just walked. And there was a recent update which was meant to apparently be a huge update, but all it means is I just walk around a space station now, an empty space station doing. I have no idea, none. And it looks like there's just nothing. There's barely nothing to this game. 6 years, $200 million, and there's barely nothing to this game. At the moment, this looks like, I don't know if this is the biggest con job in history or what, but there is nothing. It just seems to be. It's nowhere near completion. It's just absolutely not even close to alpha by the looks of it. I don't know what is going on with it. Anyway, just to really put the shit on the shit cake, they are currently offering. Now, I can't call this a microtransaction because there's nothing fucking micro about this.
I wish I had that amount of money to spend.
They are currently offering, if you can get all the ships in the game, and I think it's about 100. You get everything.
Everything.
The items, the ships, whatever. You're going to get everything. All you have to do, people, is... John, no, fuck it. Zerg, you tell him.
Right. Before you even get access to this, this is for a very, very small percentage of amount of players in the game.
It's for a specific funded from... So
Yes.
How much do you have to have funded to even get this offer?
£1,000.
$1,000, right? Bear that in mind, people. Go on, carry on.
Once you have spent said $1,000 in the game buying ships and resources or whatever it is to get a leg up on your fellow gamer, you will be invited to a special webpage where you can spend...
Say it.
Is it 27,000? $27,000 of your pocket money, if you say wish, and get access to everything in the game. That will give you every ship, every item, every cosmetic, every whatever. On the basis you've spent £1,000 already.
And they're saying this was what the community wanted.
A small percentage of the community. We are talking something along the lines of maybe 1%.
No.
Is it less than that?
It's got to be way less than 1%. Way less than 1%. It's got to be. Look, right. Seriously, dude. Do you have £27,000 to literally burn on digital shit?
Do you think I'd be here if I didn't?
I don't. If somebody came along and said, here, have £27,000 as or dollars.
Buy a car for crying out loud.
That would be the last thing on my mind. So you have got to be a special kind of stupid, or you've got to be a special kind of rich to even consider this sort of payment, because it's $28,000 in total.
I mean, if you've got that kind of money laying around, why not just become an investor and they get the game and just.
Well, dude, who?
I guess at that point you are an investor, right?
I reckon. When I said way less than a percentage, I reckon less than 20 people would even do this.
You reckon 20? I'd say less than that.
Well, I was going to say 5, but I'm just being generous now. I'd say less than 20 people would do this. I could be completely wrong. Could be like 2,000 people do this. I don't think so. But first and foremost, yes, the ridiculousness of the money. Yes, the ridiculousness of who it's targeted to. And yes, the ridiculousness of the statement saying a small proportion of the community want it. Well, do you know what? If it's such a minute proportion of the community, that huge proportion of the community, you're fucking up the ass.
Yeah.
Because you're saying our content is so fucking worthless, or in this case, $27,000 worth, that you can just buy your way into all of it and avoid all of the work. Avoid all of it. So it's just a complete. And how game breaking is that? In the sense of you can buy your way to ultimate. Not just a little bit of success. Not just buy a little gun here or a piece of armor here. You can buy ultimate success. Yes, it costs a stupid amount of money, but you can purchase ultimate. This is so beyond egregious. It's mind blowing, and it just shows how little respect they've had for the people, for the backers.
Well, a lot of people have been waiting for this single player story mode, and it's not even out yet.
No,
the game's 6 years old.
Yeah,
give or take.
Well, 6 years in development.
Yeah, and there's no single player whatsoever.
There's nothing. There's no. I need. What I need to do is I need to go back through my emails and I need to find out when I signed up. I need to find out exactly when I paid my monies and I signed up to Star Citizen. I think it was 2014. I'm going to say 2014. I think that's a pretty good guess. At the very least, 2015. But I think it's 2014 that I did it. In the 4 years that I bought it, fuck all's happened.
This is just the perfect example of why I will not support early access.
Well,
because it's essentially that, isn't it?
Hundreds of pounds to Shenmue 3,
but that's something that you.
I've got way more confidence in Sony and Yu Suzuki than I have in fucking Bodgett and Scarpa here, who were allegedly, let's just stick the legal word in, who are allegedly just fucking ripping the shit, ripping people off, left, right, and centre often, just complete and utterly ripping us off. Is this game ever going to come out? Fuck knows. But so far, I got 45 quid down the Swanee with supporting this. If I could get my money back, I would. I really would.
I'd probably do the same, to be honest.
Because I've got way less than 2 hours played on the game. I think I've got less than 10 fucking minutes played on the game because I haven't been able to do anything. But this is ridiculous. And Star Citizen, it's, and I get a weekly email from Robert Industries, who are the devs or whatever. Behind Star Citizen. I don't know why, because nothing's ever happening with it.
What do they say? The hammy sugars they put in their coffee today?
I stopped reading them like 2 years ago.
Today we had 5 sugars of coffee. Thank you for your support.
Here, let me go. Here we go. Robert Industries. Winner, Starfarer Gemini. Last chance. 3.1.4 is out of the door. And that was on May the 19th. Really? Because I couldn't even get through any doors to go anywhere. And do anything. So, God knows. But just utterly ridiculous and seriously, this is actually where we need lawyers to go into this place and find out what the hell's going on, because this looks like some thrifty fucking shit is going on in terms of the game, and some is going on with other people. So yeah, Star Citizen, folks. If you haven't bought into it, don't, because it's potentially the biggest con job in the world. And if you have, like me, can you tell me if I can get my money back? Because I'd actually quite like to. I'd like to unfund this thing that's going nowhere.
Surely there must be a way. There's got to be some way.
I don't know. And then go from one set of wankers to another. Bungie!
Oh dear.
Destiny 2 Forsaken was announced. I watched this trailer and I laughed.
Okay.
This is this podcast. You got to use words, Zerg.
Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting that people are maybe on the audio, and sorry, I was making gestures. I'm sorry, you can't hear the gestures. I'll do that next time, yeah?
So I watched this trailer and I laughed.
Right, okay. About?
Right. This is the first expansion out of the all-encompassing collector's edition, where you get the 2 expansions included. Whatever. Which are the 2 shitty expansions. Curse of Osiris was meant to be terrible, utterly terrible.
Warmind.
And Warmind
Warmind's just released.
Warmind was one that's just released. I haven't heard a lot of good things about this.
I'm actually enjoying Warmind, if I'm honest. I've been playing for about a week now, and I'm still kind of not feeling the grind at the moment. But that's just me.
Like, I mean, I'm kind of just going with the consensus here. I have not tried it.
Yeah.
So I can't personally give an opinion. But the consensus is, ain't that great. Ain't that great. This one, Destiny 2 Forsaken, is the one where because it's out of that collector's edition, this is where they actually have to try.
Yes.
Otherwise, they're in the shtuck.
Yeah.
So the reason why I laughed at the advert for it is the actual physical shoot, because, the game, I have always maintained, Destiny 2 is a fantastic shooter. The actual mechanics of the shooting are great. But what I pissed myself laughing at was when they put the snippets of the development team in. Oh, this is what players have been waiting for. This is what all the feedback's been leading up to. Number one, get off the fucking camera, you egotistical pricks. You're just a fucking developer, right? You're not a fucking pop star. You're not a fucking film star. And you've made a game that's just ripped people off. Don't show your face. Fuck off. Don't show your faces. Show some fucking action. Just show some footage. Get your face off the camera. Fuck off. Sorry, it just does my fucking head in, this shit. It really does. I'm going on a right rant now. Does my fucking head in, right?
I need to get popcorn.
Yeah, you go off and get a coffee. Get a coffee. They spent nearly a year fucking up this franchise, left, right, and centre. Fucking, not just fucking up the game, fucking up all the content, fucking up the Eververse store, lying about fucking EXP grinds, hiding things from the player, just essentially taking the absolute living piss out of their customer base. Living piss out of people. So your Destiny hardcore fans have been absolutely thoroughly fucked off. They've left. Your casual fans are just like, this is a pile of utter wank. See ya. Because they can't even hold on to a casual audience anyway. Because that's the same with Destiny 1. It was only left with the hardcores by the end of it. And then they have the gall to come on the fucking webcams and be like, "Oh, this is why we've been working towards." No, do you know what you should have been working towards? Fucking making a good game in the first place. Not working towards trying to get back to parity with Destiny 1. No. Which, by the way, you were only left with your hardcore audience anyway, and all the casuals are fucked off from that, so even getting back to parity of Destiny 1, it still would make the game shit. But they come on the camera and it's like, it's just us listening to your feedback. Listening to fucking feedback. They should have it fucking tattooed across their head. So every time they look in the mirror, they just know the line they should spout. They're just the bollocks line they should spout out. Listening to feedback. It's just words that you mean nothing. Your words mean nothing. Get off the fucking camera.
I'm encouraging you. I'm laughing.
Sorry, I do.
Fine.
But it just annoys me. It annoys me and it makes me laugh. Because they come on as if this is an amazing thing. As this is the best thing since sliced bread. Oh, this is it. Oh, this is the one, people. This is the one. Let's just add some words before that. This is the one. Because the ones before it have been fucking dog shit. Because the two expansions before that most people paid for when they got the collector's edition, we dialed it in. Oh, by the way, Curse of Osiris taken from Destiny 1 as well. Because we're that lazy. Fuck off, Bungie. Fuck off, Activision. Seriously. I'll let you speak in a minute, I promise. I don't care how good Destiny 2 Forsaken is. I'm done. I am done with Bungie and Destiny 2. Destiny 2 just confirmed all my fears. I knew I shouldn't have bought it in the first place. Shame on me, because fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So it's shame on me because I just saw it in the demo. I saw it. There was nothing new. Great shooty. Nothing new in terms of content. Cal Surprise, the game comes out. Nothing new in terms of game. I'm done with Destiny. I couldn't care if this is the second coming of Christ. I am not buying Destiny 2 Forsaken. And if people say, oh, but if it's really good, you're only hurting yourself. Do you know what? No, I'm not. And I'll tell you why not. Because there's so many other good things to play out there. Me
so many
not
games
playing
out there.
Destiny 2 ain't going to lose me a wink of sleep ever in my life. And just to compound matters. Just to fucking compound matters. They have accepted a $100 million investment from a Chinese company to produce first-party games. They can't even make one! They can't even make Destiny!
This is the same company that deals with... Wait for it.
Go on.
World of Warcraft in Asia.
So they've accepted a $100 million investment from them to make games. They can't even make bloody Destiny. So now they're going to be splitting up... Because they have to split up, you know... To start making this, whatever games they're going to start working on, whatever franchise is going to make. But I am so done with Destiny. Bungie. Bungie just loves money.
Oh yeah.
Bungie just loves money. They don't give a shit about you. They haven't given a shit about the quality of Destiny. They sold you a fucking turkey and tried to call it hello baby. And tried to call it
Trying to call it hello, baby.
She feels the stress of daddy. She's
That
like,
is exactly it, though, isn't it?
Why is he so stressed?
That is it. When they see money, they just think, hello, baby.
Yeah, that is Destiny. That is Bungie. They just see money. Go, oh, we'll have a bit of that. They made the deal with the devil with Activision, and now they know they fucked up. Yep. They fucked themselves. But now they see more money, and they're just like, oh, we can't say no to money.
Well, they want 70.
We just can't say no to money.
They want $70, $70. So no change in the region for price for the this expansion, whatever the expansion is called. I don't pay attention to the name of it, and an annual pass as well on top of that.
Well, you cannot. This is the kicker, folks. This is the boot in the groin. You can't even play Forsaken unless you have the other two expansions.
Yep. You've got to buy the whole lot.
Have to get the expansion and now a season pass. This new season pass they're going to do. You have to get them both if you want to pay Forsaken. So Destiny, Bungie, and Activision. You can all have them. I don't care which one takes which side and does what with it, but they're all yours to do with as you please. No, they ain't getting a red cent of my money. They ain't getting a red cent of my money anymore. No siree, Bob. Nuh-uh. This is a very long episode. Do you have anything? Look, dude, because you said do you have anything to add to this?
Well, as you know, I've been playing it. I'm still playing the Warmind, and I like it. That's my 2 cents. I enjoy it because of the gunplay.
You are allowed to like stuff.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you're so kind. You're the first person on the internet to say I can do that.
Well, you'd be amazed at how many people on the internet are like, no, I don't like it, therefore you can't. And if you like it, then we'll fight.
Yeah, that's it. I like the gunplay, right? Mm-hmm. And they've improved upon the gunplay. They've made the exotics feel like exotics now. And that appeals to me. They don't feel like a legendary weapon or anything like that. So I am enjoying that. But I am with you on this whole Forsaken thing. What annoys me is the fact that everything they're showing in it should have been what should have been in Destiny 2 on launch. That would have separated it from D1 from D2. Like, there's an evolution. But no, they didn't. They just went, well, we're up here for D1. Let's end it on a high note, which it really didn't, because let's be fair, the last two expansions weren't too great anyway. The high note for D1 for me was the Taken King.
Taken King was awesome.
Yeah. Since then, Rise of Iron and the Siva one, whichever one that was called, I remember it, last one, And D2 was supposed to be like, yeah, that's up here, we've got all these great new things. No.
Well, no, that's because Bungie have a contract to produce X amount of Destiny games for Activision.
Yeah.
And to produce X amount of money. But there is also a clause in the contract that says you don't have to make the money just by releasing the games. You can make it through other...
Yeah.
That's why the Eververse is so heavily pushed. because they're trying to get people to buy silver to boost the monies. That's why they released Destiny 2 in the state that Destiny 2 was, because they were just trying to literally get a quick cash grab out to make the monies to sate the contract that they have with Activision. So this is how little they care about you people. All you people who want to defend companies and defend them blindly, and I gotta say this, stupidly, because you don't actually look into why they're doing certain things. And the people who are so happy to accept mediocrity and so happy to accept being screwed just because you like a company's brand.
I'm not happy the way these companies are acting. I'm really not. I like Destiny. I'm not being hypocrite or anything here. I like the game. I'm allowed, and I believe anyone's allowed, to criticize it.
I would love to love Destiny.
I would love to love Destiny. I want to play Destiny with you, but you don't like it.
It's great. We played Destiny. We played the Taken King together.
We played a lot.
Good time.
Yeah, we enjoyed.
And we had fun because the Taken King was a really good expansion. But we were coming into the Taken King let down by Destiny.
Yeah.
We weren't as jaded as we are now. We were just let down with what the game was. We were let down with the story. We were let down with what there was to do. I do enjoy Destiny PvP. I did really enjoy the Taken King. But everything after that, like the Iron Hammer, whatever it's called.
Iron Banner.
I
can't remember
whatever the expansion with the Iron thing. Like the Wolves one was just terrible, and the other one was just... I like the arena thing, but everything else like
the Forge.
Yeah. It was just like, and then the Iron expansion thing, that was just like, as well.
I want the game to be what it can be,
but they don't want to make it what it can be because they just want to make it the bare ass to make as much money.
They just want the money. That's all they want. Screw us.
So if you are, if you love Destiny, I can understand if you say, well, I really like the gameplay of it. Because the gameplay is fantastic. There's no denying that. The gameplay is fantastic. I think the vehicle bits are fantastic. I think the actual physical elements of it are brilliant. But
it's got potential
the structure
to be amazing.
Of it is garbage, and the people behind it are garbage. And I mean the people... That isn't a person, by the way, because we're going to get onto Kelly Marie Tran soon for Star Wars. That ain't a personal attack at anybody. That is an attack on the group of developers, because they have done this. This is not something they haven't done. This is something they have done. So, the fact that they are literally dining it in to fulfill a contract as opposed to turning Destiny 2. But there's so many things wrong with it. At the back end, they need 18 hours to load in the goddamn maps or whatever it is because of the engine that they have. Everything is so wrong. So they have all these limitations. I think we've gone through it in previous, so we're not but we're going into it in the previous podcast. They've got so many limitations which screw them up. And they're the only ones to blame because they're the ones who did this.
It's a shame. It has potential to be something absolutely phenomenal, but yet the people behind it...
Where's our space combat?
Yeah.
Why can't we fly from planet to planet?
Why does it take a year to load in? A year to load... Well, it doesn't take a year to load in. I was streaming it today. I must have sat there about 10-15 minutes to load into the tower. And what happened when I loaded there? Everyone loaded in at the same time.
Welcome to Legion Dalaran.
Bottleneck!
Yeah. Right, so, if you want to spend your money on Forsaken, folks, fair enough. Fair enough. But at the end of the day, you're probably just ultimately going to get screwed. It might not happen in that expansion. It's going to happen. It will happen. I can 99.9% promise you.
Well,
you will be screwed over again.
I want to be able to like Forsaken, but I know there is that doubt in my mind that it's going to just take a dump and, all these expectations and we just take a shit on it and just put a bow around it and here you go. Looks pretty.
Right. We're 55 minutes in and we haven't even got to the two main things.
We're making up for last week. We're making up for last week. Last week was on time.
Well, exactly. Right. Star Wars.
Spoiler alert! Or not.
No, not quite yet. We're going to start off with Solo.
Okay.
Solo is a flop.
Yep. I fell asleep for it.
It is. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Right. I have not seen Solo. Okay. Now, this has got nothing to do with actually the content of Solo, the actual film itself. This is literally to do with its commercial takings and whatnot. Solo had a budget of 250 million.
Right.
Worldwide gross to date, 271 million.
Okay.
That 250 million for the budget is literally just the film. That does not take into consideration marketing, advertising, all that kind of stuff. The general rule of thumb, and this isn't an exact science, people, so don't get on me in the comments section for this, but the general rule of thumb is the same again in advertising, marketing, da-da-da. So, 500 million in total for Solo.
Ouch.
Currently, it's losing money. Now, I don't expect it to stay this way, obviously. Well, I don't think it's going to do massive amounts more at the cinema, but I do think it's going
coming to the end of its run now.
You're going to get your DVD, your Blu-rays, whatever. And it will ultimately turn a profit. Maybe. But it is essentially what it is, a commercial flop. The reason why I didn't see the film is because I just had no interest.
Yeah.
There was no agenda with me. There wasn't anything like, oh my God, Catherine Kennedy, SJWs, blah, 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 blah. All these wankers on the internet doing this shit. I think you want to jump in.
I would like to say is that I didn't actually mean to go out and go see Solo. It wasn't even on my radar. I thought we were going to go see Deadpool too. And I got in there, sitting there in the back of the aisle at the cinema, and I'm looking around, and all these sort of like old age pensioners coming in and everything. I'm like, "You come to watch Deadpool?" Oh, I didn't know this. Okay, fair enough. That's what I thought.
Well, it's a good film. Fantastic. It's a good film.
Fantastic. And I'm sat there, and it's getting packed and more. Quite the older generation coming in, like, Jesus. Okay, fair enough. These are all pretty, they must like Marvel films, I guess. And then it comes on and says...
They must love real, egregious, bad language and violence.
That's what I thought. I thought, okay, I've got the older generation completely wrong. And then the curtains open up a little bit more, and then it comes up, Star Wars, a Solo movie.
Star Wars, a Solo movie? Nice.
Whatever it was, I don't know.
Solo movie.
At that point, I fell asleep because I had no interest.
You actually... Oh. Well, I mean, that's by the by. The only reason why I didn't see Solo is I just had no interest. I wasn't interested in Han Solo's past, right?
No, I'm not. I wasn't.
There are things which are much more interesting if left to the imagination. Not like boobs. Boobs are... But there are certain things which are just better left to the imagination. Like the origin of the Joker in Batman. You don't want to have that explained. He's more scary when you just don't know. You just don't know. And when you start to explain stuff, it loses the mystique and everything just becomes generic.
Yeah.
Now, this to me, I don't need to know how Han and Chewie got together. I didn't need to know about the Kessel Run. Just the mention of the Kessel Run in Star Wars was enough. I didn't need to know about how he got his name Solo. You just take it as his name. So when you have a film which, like, you just know is going to fuck all this up. Oh, he's called Han Solo for this reason. Why can't his parents just been Dave and Vera Solo? Yeah. Why? Napoleon Solo from The Man from U.N.C.L.E. That's his surname, Solo. It's not a whatever. Anyway, so and you just knew. Nobody, in my eyes, and this could be me being an old fart again. Let's go back to the old fart. Nobody, in my eyes, there are certain characters which are just certain characters.
Yes.
Harrison Ford is Han Solo. That's to me. That's he's it. That's it. End. Drop. Mic. Drop. Done.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna be better than Harrison Ford. No. Nobody.
I'm with you on the same with the Indiana Jones.
Same.
It's Harrison Ford.
It's Harrison Ford. Regardless,
I don't care about the character's past. It's Harrison Ford.
He's the one that breathed the life into it. His own charisma, his own personality, his everything, his acting ability, his talent, all of that is what made it for me. Whether it be Indiana Jones or Han Solo. So for me to go, hey, but this is a young Han Solo, don't care. No shits are given. Don't care. If there was a film that came out, this is a young Leia, I wouldn't care. A young Luke Skywalker, I wouldn't care. Well, that would be very boring because it'd just be farming all day. Let's be honest, and getting blue milk from sucking some animals' teeth. Yeah. I just don't care. I don't need to know how the Empire get their slippers made. I don't need to know this bollocks.
Oh, but they might use cashmere.
Possibly. Cashmere slippers. I suppose more of a coat, but anyway.
Digress.
So I just don't care. And this to me, from the announcement of this, I was just like, why do any of us care? Why does anybody want to know about a young Han Solo?
You don't.
I am a Star Wars fan. Yeah. I am a Star Wars fan. I was brought up on Star Wars. I was brought up watching the films. I was brought up playing with the toys. It's been such an integral part of my childhood growing up. It was a set of films which I just idolized and adored. And since about 1999, unfortunately, my memories have been pissed on left, right, and centre. But I really enjoyed The Force Awakens. I really enjoyed that. Okay, sure, soft reboot of Star Wars, whatever. Do you know what? Star Wars was really good, so... but I really enjoyed that. But because it was a continuation of the story, at least starting a new trilogy. So I did actually enjoy that. This, it's like Rogue One. I didn't like Rogue One either. No. I just didn't... Number one... It was the tone which got me. I like my Star Wars to be hopeful. I like my Star Wars to be a little bit camp. I like my Star Wars, not Jar Jar Binks camp, but, it's camp. Star Wars has got a bit of campness to it. I liked it to be a bit cheeky. And I liked everything. Rogue One to me just it hit all the wrong buttons for me in terms of what Star Wars should be. It was literally like a fan explosion. A fan bukkake.
Ugh.
Exactly.
See, when I hear Star Wars, I think Jedi. I
actually think A New Hope, and I think Empire Strikes Back, and I think Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
That is what I think when I think Star Wars.
And it's just...
And now we're getting, there's talk of a Boba Fett movie.
I'm not interested.
Care!
If I cared about that stuff, I'd read the bloody books.
The only thing that I have a remote interest in an offshoot is Kenobi. If they do a Ben Kenobi film, even with, when I say, and don't take this wrong, even with Ewan McGregor, because I didn't like the prequels at all. I didn't. Yeah. I thought they were dreadful. But
I love them. But...
it is your right to do so, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
I understand that the cartoon, apparently Star Wars Rebels, has done a lot to repair the work, a lot of the timeline, or not necessarily time, but it's done a lot to repair the reputation of Star Wars after the third film. Yeah. So, because it's leading up into A New Hope, and, that they brought back people like Darth Maul and stuff like that, and they continued his thing with Kenobi, and it ended up with, I think in the final episode, a fight between Kenobi and Darth Maul, and there would be a potential interest for me to see a Kenobi film. It could be disastrous, but at least it's bridging a gap between 3 and 4,
Yeah.
Because there has been a story element there. Whereas with Solo, it's just like, hey, I'm 28-year-old Han Solo instead of 35-year-old Han Solo. In 7 years, I go from a complete charismaless vacuum to this really charming, charismatic, dreamy. But he just, everything about Harrison Ford in A New Hope just exuded so much confidence and all this. And no, let's actually do a prequel which probably damages a lot of the ethos about him. Probably fucks up a lot of the lore about him as well. I can guarantee it did that. And it just doesn't make a lick of sense to me. So Solo being a box office bomb? Who knew? Apart from everybody.
It's one of those days, isn't it?
Yep, it's one of those days. So don't have a go at me in the comment section if you like Solo. I'm not saying Solo's a shit film. I'm just saying Solo is a film that I have no interest in watching at the cinema. If it's on Netflix, I might turn it on. Yeah. I might turn it on if I get bored one night. But I just don't know. There isn't the power to pull me into the cinema to see it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And
I think that's
fair.
reflected in the box office numbers.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
People aren't saying, fuck you, Kathleen Kennedy. They're not saying, fuck you, Star Wars. They're not saying, fuck you, Han Solo. They're just saying, I don't need to watch this.
Yeah, like you say, if it's on a streaming service and I got nothing else to watch, I'll give it a watch.
Huh?
I might even watch it without falling asleep next time.
Well, I was going to say you have actually watched it at the cinema technically and handed over your money, but okay. But I haven't.
Movies,
so yeah,
movies.
To me, the bomb isn't necessarily a rebellion. See what I did there? Ooh. It's not necessarily a rebellion against Star Wars. I just think it's a disinterested in seeing a young Han Solo because I think it would probably do more damage than good.
I think for myself as well, not just the fact that it was a Solo movie, it's the fact there's this annual Star Wars.
Well, this comes, I mean, good point, because this is 5 months after The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Which we're probably we're gonna get onto that very shortly. Oh God, we're going long. We're going long, folks. We're going long. Run down the field. We're going long. 5 months after The Last Jedi, and a film that is so divisive, and I think has garnished so much negativity. And I think that's a good segue. This week, Kelly Marie Tran, who plays Rose in The Last Jedi, has deleted all of her Instagram, because we live on Instagram now, has deleted all... Look, you're still going to have to take the sarcasm for this, even though it's about bullying. Has deleted all of her Instagram posts because of incessant bullying since The Last Jedi.
Got a plan. We may have to call someone here. We may have to call Bully Hunters. Too soon?
Oh no. Oh no. Not too soon at all. But she's deleted all of her Instagram because apparently she's just been like harassed and harangued for 5 months in a row. I need to get this first bit out, okay? I don't know Kelly Marie Tran. I'm sure she's a lovely person. I'm sure she's an absolutely lovely person, IRL, right? Mm-hmm. I thought the character of Rose in The Last Jedi was possibly the worst character since Jar Jar Binks. I hated him. I literally hated the character. But do you know what, Serg? I can differentiate between a character and a person.
Wait.
I know, right?
Hold on. Are we saying somebody out there knows how to differentiate from real life and fiction?
Well, maybe a couple of us can.
Holy shit!
I hated Rose. I thought her character was utter garbage. Annoyed the shit out of me. Whoever wrote that character needs to be fucking fired because they were just awful. And
you could take her out and would not even notice.
Well, no, I think you would notice because you would. Every time she was on the screen, I just wanted to stick a lightsaber in her, and not in and not in a sexual way, you know? We're talking decapitation type of business. I thought her character just brought the film down a lot. I do. But has that made me, like, tweet Kelly Marie Tran? Oh, of course it hasn't. It's got nothing to do with her. She was an actress that was given a role to play.
Yeah, it's character.
She can't help the way it's written.
Character.
Fake. Fiction. So, you know, like I said, I bet if I was in the pub with Kelly Marie and we're having a pint together and she was like, so what do you think of The Last Jedi? I'd be like, if I say it's shit, are you going to buy the next round? And if she says no, I'm going to go, that's all right.
That was all right.
No, look, if I was in a pub talking to her, I wouldn't say, oh, by the way, I thought your character was utter shit. But if she said, what do you think of The Last Jedi? I'd be like, well, I gotta be honest with you, I thought it was a real disappointment. Because she wasn't the only bad thing about the film.
Oh, no, not by any stretch of imagination.
To me, she wasn't the only bad thing. Everything about that film was virtually bad. From every single character to every single fucking plot point. There was very little in that film, which, in reflection, I look back on and think, oh, that's all right. Really wasn't. But bullying somebody, an actress, because of a role they played, just get fucking people. Can we open the door of reality, please? And can you walk through it?
And stay through it. Don't go back.
I think a lot of this has got to do with the fact that these people, a lot of these people, I imagine, have been... Well, I mean, I could be completely wrong here. If this is like middle-aged people doing this, there's absolutely zero excuse. And there's zero excuse to what I'm going to say. But I just think we're living in an age now where so many people have literally been brought up through the internet alone. And they haven't done things like I used to do when I was a kid, which was go out and play.
Go on your bike. Go cycling.
Yeah, go on your bike. Go play football. Go see some friends. Go actually communicate with people in the world.
See real people.
Yeah, see real people. And I think there's just, you know, they're brought up in the internet, and the internet is just like, it's beautiful in a lot of ways, and it's horrendous in a load of other ways.
It's a complete, and from my perspective, my opinion, I think as wonderful as technology is, the internet is a complete bane on us. We don't go to the libraries anymore to go read up on information, so we don't leave the house. Everything is in the palm of our hands.
I don't think that's bad. Look, I ain't got any problems against that. I think it's great that we've got information at our fingertips. I think it's wonderful. If libraries are a casualty of that, so be it, because we've got to advance as a civilization. My problem is social interaction. And my problem is the way that we talk to people. Like, you said, I like Destiny. I don't like Destiny. You know, I agree with you on the shooting aspect of it being great. You like it, I don't like it. Have we started fucking shouting and calling each other names because of it? No.
Has he got a noose around my neck? No.
Well, not
because he has an opinion.
But this is it. You know, you can like and dislike things and have a contrary point of view to people and not shout and name call. Yeah. You could discuss things, but but the two people are gonna have the like attitude.
Well, it's just a civilized conversation, isn't it, really? I mean, you have your opinions, I have my opinions. You listening, you may have your opinions. Whether you agree with us or whether we agree with you, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all.
But we're talking about opinions here. And that's actually incorrect, because these people, they're literally harassing an actress about a character.
Yeah.
There's nothing SJW about defending Kelly Marie Tran, because I think, and what was even worse, what I found was even worse, and annoyed me a little bit, is because my Twitter started to get like a little bit full of people hating back on the people who are hating on her, and therefore just perpetuating more hate. So like people are bullying Kelly Marie Tran. Go fuck yourself. You're the ones who go fuck you. And it's just like, you're just being as bad as they are now, you idiot. So hi baby. So I tweeted out. Cat's just like, Dad, you are so stressed today. I know, baby.
Cats are amazing. If you're a stressed person, they know. They know. They're going to be there. Belle's there. That is evidence there. That is one stress out there.
She knows.
The cat's there.
She knows. But it's just like, you are being as bad as they are now. You're not helping this issue. you are actually becoming part of the problem.
Well, yeah.
So if you really want to show some support for Kelly Marie Tran, if you want to show some support for some sort of civility on the internet, then show some fucking love. Just send Kelly Marie Tran a tweet supporting her. Post a picture about her and saying, you know, this is an actress playing a role.
Yeah.
Probably a really nice person, because she probably is a really nice person in real life.
Maybe she is. Maybe she isn't.
Maybe she's a massive twat. Who cares? That's not your right. That's not your right to bully her about a character.
No.
Well, it is your right, but you're a knobhead, I suppose. So it's, you know, so to the fact that I thought The Last Jedi was awful. Have I harassed any single solitary member of the cast, including Rian Johnson? No.
What would you gain out of it in the first place?
Nothing.
Exactly.
I'll be happy to vent. I'll be happy to tell you what I didn't like about it. I'll be happy to tell you about where I thought the problems were. I'll be happy to go through all of that. Do I want to make personal attacks at people? Do I want to name call people because of it? No. No, I do not.
You don't gain anything. And if
And by the way, before anyone says, but you had to go at the Destiny devs early in the podcast. No, I told them to not show their face on camera when you're trying to hype something up, when you fucked people over, because it just looks egotistical and hypocritical. That's what it looks like. You look like a big bunch of hypocrites. You look like a big bunch of egotistical wankers. That's when you need to fuck off. That's when you need to just show footage and shut up. Hire a voice actor to do a spiel in a world of da-da-da-da-da. So it's not having a go at them individually. It's having a go at the collective nature of the thing. So, and that was at you. Not at you, at them. Yeah, so it's just like nonsense. Nonsense.
It boggles my mind that if people get something out of doing that, I want their life, because if their life is so bad that they get satisfaction out of doing that, that's fucking amazing.
No, their life must be great. Their life must be amazing. What are you going to do today? Well, my life's so good, I'm actually just going to go harass Kelly Marie Tran on the internet. Oh my god.
It's a sad
just imagine. I mean, the internet was around when Jar Jar Binks was here, you know? Obviously, it wasn't as developed as it is now and whatnot. Oh my god, can you just imagine the poor actor who played Jar Jar Binks?
Oh god, he'd be lynched.
It'd be crucified. Literally.
It'll be Dinklebot all over again, but 10 times worse.
Well, he did dial it in.
Yeah. Kind of deserved it.
No, he didn't deserve it. It's just like, it just was a really poor acting performance. I love Peter Dinklage, but let's just be honest. There's dialing it in and there's dialing in. But maybe, you know, I think I said this in the past. Maybe Peter Dinklage just he's a screen actor, and maybe transitioning into just doing a voice for a video game. It's a different breed altogether. A voice actor is a different breed altogether. So maybe it was something he wasn't au fait with. Maybe it was something he wasn't comfortable with, and it did come across as a very, you know, maybe his direction was you're a robot. So it's just like
sounded like a robot.
Whereas he could, you know, he didn't give a personality, and everyone knows that Dinklage has got a great personality, and I think people are really hoping that the ghost would have a great personality. It didn't. He just came across as an AI. So in some respects, he kind of did his job right. In other respects, he didn't.
He did it so well, people got confused. Didn't know whether it was bad or bad.
I don't think Dinklage got half of the shite that Kelly Marie Tran's got. And it is. I mean, in the grand scale of life, it is a bit pathetic that we have to delete, you know, Instagram posts and stuff like that. In the grand scale of life, because, you know, apparently all we do is live on social media now. But it is something which is just unnecessary. And I think things like this can get turned into political weapons, which is the worst thing about it, because then this is now a weapon for people to to go, yes, Kelly Marie Tran's awesome, and The Last Jedi was actually quite a good film. And then that becomes the narrative, and actually, no, it was a very bad film, I think, personally. I know some people disagree, but I think it was a very bad film with a very bad story and some very bad characterization of where they took the characters, with a very bad ending, and the word very bad keeps coming up. But that is not the fault of the actors. The actors are given a job to do. Leave them the fuck alone, you weirdos.
Here.
You absolute weirdos.
Deep breath.
Bully hunters!
Oh dear.
I mean, look, to kind of show that not being hypocritical here, I really don't want Rose to be in the next film.
Yeah.
I really don't. I think her character is awful. That's not a go at Kelly Marie Tran. I think her character is awful. I don't think it brought anything to it. I thought it hindered the film. I don't want her in the next film as a character. I didn't want Jar Jar Binks in any of the other films as a character.
We got him in all three, though, didn't we?
Well, luckily 2 and 3 barely, but you know.
Yeah.
That was George Lucas going, and he's got every right to do that. And they might put Kelly Marie Tran in the next film again because of this and try and push it again and as a to the people who have been bullying her. I don't think that's going to do the film any good.
No.
Unless they completely 180 a character and do something good with it. But
well, anything's possible. It's a character. It's not real.
But it's possible. A character. I actually liked her sister more because I thought her sister had an interesting arc at the beginning of the film. A very small arc. She gets killed very quick. But it's a very small arc, and I was more interested in what was actually going on with her sister. And then it was just like, oh, one of the people who died on the bombers was my sister. And I'm crying and I'm upset. Okay, cool, you're upset. Let's go to a casino with loads of CGI shit that looks awful. Okay, look, we might not have got the safecracker we wanted, but the animals are free. Isn't that the best thing ever? No. Do you know what? Because they'd be captured the next day, you dumb fuck. Number one. And number two, where's this fucking animal shit come from? And then I'm going to stop you sacrificing yourself, Finn, from killing loads of people because I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
What the character's garbage! But Kelly Marie Tran is an actress who's playing a character, so fuck off. You weird ass mother weirdos, fucking weirdos. We probably should do a talk one day about why we hate The Last Jedi. So, I think the longest episode of AZCast comes to an end. I think, did we right any wrongs today? Or just I think we righted the wrongs.
I think we righted a few wrongs.
The moral of the story, folks, is learn the difference between fact and fiction. Reality and fantasy. They are two completely different things. And once you have gained that knowledge, you will be a much better person. There's a voice keeps on calling me. I shall now move to the next town to preach my goodness and Bungie developers can still fuck right
on circle again.
So with that said, say goodbye, Zerg.
Goodbye, Zerg.
And we'll be back with AZCast 7 next week. Until then, you take care. Bye for now.